What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV and welcome to NX Newcastle. I'm away from the hustle and bustle a bit here in a different room, part of this massive venue, as the guys are already getting prepared for this Saturday. This is the place to be to watch Sunderland v Newcastle. This is the DerbyDay fan zone for all black and white army. So we're here, like I say, they're getting set up now. It's going to be unreal on the day. Steve Howie, Mickey Quinn, me on stage, war flags display. There is loads going on. It's going to be an unbelievable event. Doors open at 11, kick off at 12:45. Like I said, I'll be chatting to those NUFC legends before the game and at half time. Then hopefully we'll be having a big party after we smash the Mackems. So the ticket link is in the description below as they are flying out. A massive screen, the biggest screen possible to watch this game as well. And I know some of you know that I was at the Winter World Cup fan zone last year. This is a completely different event. It's a completely different team. There's a different management behind it and everything. It's going to be absolutely unbelievable. And I'm pleased that so many of you have got tickets already and are excited for the big Derby Day. And that's, of course, what we are building up to in this video. We did it yesterday. That was episode 1, part 1 of building up to Derby Day. Today I'm at the venue where the fan zone will be. There'll be footage of behind the scenes rolling on the screen now of me just checking out the place and that for you that haven't been here before, so you can get a taste of what it's going to be like. Obviously, we've still got the big screen to set up, the flags and everything else to make it an unbelievable atmosphere. But yesterday's video, I talked about Wilson and Trippier. Since then, it's turned out that Wilson will be missing at least the game against Sunderland and Manchester City. So Wilson is out for a couple of weeks and he's currently in Dubai having a real nice, sunny, hot time. So good for him. That shows you in this transfer window why a striker is a priority for me. I said it last summer. This January, we have got to get a striker now. I see a lot of people saying, you know, sell Wilson, get rid of him. Not good enough anymore, too injury prone. And at the same side of that, I understand that he can't be relied upon now. I agree that if you've got a big offer for him, listen, people were saying he was in Dubai because he was heading further to Saudi Arabia to see the transfer. Now, that would be ideal in my eyes. Wilson being a brilliant servant, unbelievable for us when he's played, great goal scorer, just too inconsistent with his fitness. Way too often injured. He's missed over a season because of injuries. So since the 3 and a bit years he's been here, he's missed over 1 year of those in total combined through injuries, and that's just not good enough. You cannot be our number 9. You cannot be relied upon with that fitness record. So for me, got to get a striker in this window. Never mind the summer, get one in now. And then Wilson can drop down to third choice striker for me. Get a new striker in to battle it out with Isaac, and then Wilson can come on for these 20 minutes here, half an hour there, or in cup games and things like that. But for now, you cannot be relying upon a Callum Wilson anymore, unfortunately. And then on the other hand, Kieran Trippier is a doubt for the game against Sunderland. So he's not on holiday, he's not in Dubai anymore, I don't think. But people were saying on the video yesterday that he was at a training ground yesterday and he signed some autographs. I haven't seen any proof of that, but that's what people are saying, so we'll take their word for it maybe. But he is a doubt, but he still could play on Saturday, but that remains to be seen. In this video, after all that waffling of how long? Good few minutes. And by the way, these hoodies still available, magpiechannel.com. Nice little tassel there, hang your microphone on. Come in handy, multiple uses. Anyways, in this video, we're going to talk about why Newcastle can't afford to lose this game. They cannot afford to lose this game. I'm not saying we can't lose the game. Like, yes, we can, and we can lose any game. It's the FA Cup, it's just a Derby Day, all of that form and everything else goes out the window. We literally could lose it quite easily, probably, the way our away form has been and the fitness and the Sunderland's atmosphere and all that, on the shadows, but shadow puppets. But you know what I mean, we could lose the game, but what I'm saying is we can't afford to lose the game. No way, man, because we have everything to lose and Sunderland have everything to gain. Everyone expects Sunderland to lose to the Saudi Premier League team, the big boys, and nobody expects the Championship team to win, really, in terms of like the media, or it'll be a shock and everyone else will be weighing up. We'll have the Liverpool fans back in the comments and the Arsenal fans, and they'll all be taking the piss out and everything else. So they'll all expect us to win. But there could easily be a shock this weekend because, like I said, Sunderland's atmosphere, a lot of these players haven't played in a derby. You'd hope, obviously, like say Dan Burns, Sean Longstaff's and all them can really get the players riled up for it. And Eddie Howe needs to be riled up for this because Sunderland have got their new manager. They've got Beale in charge. They won 2-0 on Monday against Preston. They're in the playoff places now, so they're not doing too bad. But Newcastle, let's be honest here. I think everyone's worried and everyone's getting paranoid and anxious. But we've got to think of the positives and we've got to remain sensible. And we've got to think we are the Premier League team. We are the team that's just been the Champions League and everyone's crapping themselves against Sunderland, the Championship team. And I get it because it's a Derby Day and form can go out the window and our away form has been crap. Our entire form has been crap the last month or so. I understand that, but come on, we have got to beat these. We cannot lose to these, man. Surely not. We'll never get the end of it. It'll be absolutely lifting if we did lose to these. And obviously then the pressure would mount on Eddie Howe. I think a small percentage of the fan base, we see already you're questioning him and have doubts over, 8 defeats and 9 defeats, whatever it is recently. But if we lose to Sunderland, we lose to a championship team, we lose to Derby, we get knocked out of our last cup this season, the season's pretty much over. If we lose this game, the season's pretty much over. We're 9th at the minute. We're not going to get top 4 again. What are we, 11 points off that, I think? We're not going to get top 4 again. We'd be lucky to get Europa League. I'll take Conference League right now. I would take 7th. Do you know what I mean? So this is our last chance of a cup run, and I would love an FA Cup run. Do you know what I mean? We've had the Carabao Cup run last year, but this is the main trophy. People, if we won the League Cup, would still be, take the mix saying, well, Mickey Mouse Trophy, Energy Drink Cup and all that. So the FA Cup is the main one. It's the main event. You know what I mean? It's the big deal. So if we manage to get a good cup run in that prestigious, historic trophy, that would be unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? That's the one you want. That's the one you want to be at Wembley for. And then you get there in that semi-final, which I don't agree with. I think it takes away the magic a little bit. But you're only a few games away from being back at Wembley, and it would revitalise our season. It would recharge everyone. It would give everyone a boost, and it would give us something to get excited for and look forward to. And I want that. Do you know what I mean? But the problem is that we have a terrible record in the FA Cup in recent years. Eddie Howe has a bad record in the FA Cup. 2 times he's managed Newcastle in the FA Cup. Both times we've been knocked out in the 3rd round. Our first game against lower league opposition, against Cambridge, against Sheffield Wednesday. So that again is why people are worried for Sunderland. The heightened emotions of DerbyDay and everything, but again looking at that track record, again looking at getting knocked out in the 3rd round of the FA Cup against teams in lower divisions. And when Sunderland will have it all to play for, and they'll give it their all, I'm sure. So that's not good. That doesn't look great. We haven't won at the Stadium of Light since 2011, so that's a long time. But obviously we haven't played Sunderland in 7 years, nearly 8. And that was the last time we did, and it was 1-1 where we stopped the rot of 6 in a row. So we can't give them any more fuel. We can't allow them a sniff of this game. I mean, listen, if we were playing them this time last year, or even at the start of this season when we were beating PSG 4-1 and Sheffield United 8-0 and City in the Cup, you'd be buzzing. You'd be thinking, it's going to be 5 or 6. But since then, you'd take anything. I would take the win. 1-0, celebrate, get out, beat them, done, job done. But at the same time, it would be amazing if we could absolutely thrash them. So as I mentioned before, in Sunderland's last game, their win over Preston, their team was worth £7.5 million. Oh my God. See what I mean? I've got to laugh because if we lose to them, that will be a disgrace. That will be an absolute embarrassment. Do you know what I mean? It really, really will. £7.5 million. £7.5 million their team was worth in their last game, and people are worried about losing against that. Our last game against Liverpool was worth £250 million. £259 million? Along those lines. What a difference. A mad difference. Absolutely crazy difference, man. You think of Tino and Joe and all those players that are worth 30, 40 million, your Brunos and that. If we lost to Sunderland, man, £7.5 million. I'd say 2 Emil Crafts. Nearly, do you know what I mean? Bloody hell, we cannot possibly lose to them. Even a draw, it wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be great, but it would obviously be better than a defeat, and then we could take them back to St James's Park. It would give us a chance to have another derby and enjoy that one. And honestly, I'd be a lot more confident if we were playing at home. Listen, until Forest, we've had a fortress. We've been an absolute fortress at St James's Park. So I'd be way more confident at home. If we did draw with them, took them back to St James's Park, I think we would smash them. So that would be good. But at the same time, even a draw is a bit of a win for them. And I think there is still a tinge of like, it's not very good, is it? It's a bit, I wouldn't say it was embarrassing, but at the same time, we should be beating these, and we should be beating them comfortably, realistically. And this is actually the last year in the FA Cup where there will be replays. So there's the last chance of that. From the 24-25 season, replays are scrapped in the FA Cup. So that'll be that done. So it's the last chance of having a replay. So yeah, so bring them back to St James's Park would be good to smash them, get another game in them. But let's get the job done on the 6th of January. This Saturday, 12:45 kickoff. It is going to go off in here at NX Newcastle. It's going to be bouncing, it's going to be rocking. I'm buzzing for it, can't wait for it. Really hoping that we do smash the Mackems and we can get a big win. Give everyone a lift, give everyone a boost in the start of the new year and build on that, and then get some bloody players signed in January would be nice. But there'll be plenty more build up to Derby Day this week. Tomorrow, Thursday, I am at the Stadium of Light. That's going to be interesting, interviewing a couple of Sunderland fans. And then Friday, Eddie Howe's press conference and the final build up to the big one. It's getting close, it's getting nervous. I didn't sleep that well last night, and we're still a few days off it, so It's going to be a nervy week, but please do stay tuned to the Magpie Channel TV. Drop your thoughts below, how you see the game going, everything else if you're coming to NX Newcastle. If not, and you want to come, tickets will be in the description. Subscribe to Magpie Channel TV, and I'll see you on the next one.